Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review for Magic the Gathering. We are talking today about the Time Spiral Time-Shifted set. So, as always, how do I do my tier lists? I do my tier lists based on the number of deck ideas that you can build around with each of these commanders. Not necessarily the power level of them, however, the power of a commander does affect the popularity of a commander. And the more popular it is, the more deck ideas are built around them. With that said, there's now a new caveat that I have to add to these videos for the time being. You may have noticed, as I've been doing these Commander reviews, that more and more, up to the point where every set I have done, for the most part, the commanders have all been S tier because there are 10 or more different deck ideas for them. Or 12 or more different deck ideas for them. And that is because, good news, people are playing Commander and they are building more decks with commanders. Even if you're building a zombie tribal deck with Mariek, how do you say that? Re-Barrett, which is not necessarily a zombie commander, especially because Esper has really good zombie commanders out there. People are still building zombie tribal with Mariek, which is really cool. The bad news is that my tier lists now look very much just top heavy, very popular, lots of different deck ideas. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to change how I'm going to do these videos, because the purpose of these videos is to be a visual representation of the set as a whole. The other thing that this video does as a visual representation is it allows me to explain to you guys that I have done an individual video for every single commander you see on screen here. So if you are a fan of Nicole Bolas, or if you are a fan of Jasmine Boreal, you can go check out the individual videos I have for each of these commanders. This is just a visual representation of the set as a whole. Yeah, so lots of S tier going on. Behind my head here, you can see how I have those tiers broken up. V is for vanilla. You can go any direction you want as long as you are in the color identity of the commander. So there's no restrictions, there's nothing pushing you in any direction. So vanilla gets its own tier. And then from there, it starts from the bottom. 7 or less deck ideas, all the way up to 12 or plus, 12 or more deck ideas. And there are a lot of deck ideas because people are just playing the game and experimenting and trying things, which I love. Seeing this is great. Seeing all this top-heavy stuff with how popular they are and how many deck ideas there are is a good sign that people are using these commanders regardless of their power level. I love to see that as a player and as someone who loves to brew different deck ideas. It just means that my tier lists are going to be very skewed towards S tier for quite some time, so I might change up how I do some of these videos in the future. We'll just have to wait and see. The Planar Chaos set will probably be very similar to this for sure. But very fun set. It was great to have a set just dedicated to reprints, because all of these videos I didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of the rules of the cards, or at least I tried not to, other than for like reminder texts. However, it was great to talk about new deck ideas, especially for cards that have gotten more support with the recent sets that have come out. Aaron the Relentless was cool because we have the firebending mechanic from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which can allow you to give Aaron protection during combat, or you can use the firebending mana to use like fire breathing effects, which is very fun. It was cool to talk about like the Outlaws mechanic with Mistform Ultimus, or talking about what was the other one? Oh, I didn't talk about it a whole lot, but Vati Ildal is going to get a little bit more -1/-1 counters support from the Lorwyn Eclipse set. Jol Rael, the Empress of Beasts, got a huge support boost with Earthbending mechanic, which is very cool. lots of awesome stuff you can do with some of the new cards that have come out. So being able to make these videos has been so much fun. And I can't wait to talk about more reprints in the future, which we are going to be doing definitely more of as we are catching up to the present day of Magic the Gathering. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!